What's up, guys? It's your girl Queen G of Queen G Live Experience. Welcome to another segment. I am just blown away by the amazing people that have been coming in my downline, and I've been crossing paths with. It's been so dope. Like filmmakers, directors, producers. Like, man, y'all listen. Y'all may not want to miss any of these shows because it's really informative. It's starting to be like the latest like information show, the show that gives you the insight on different things. You know what I mean? And if you are in the industry, especially, watch these shows as a tool and a handbook to add that knowledge to what you've been looking for. It's like a dictionary, a glossary, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. We Google stuff, but these are live shows that are like real information. So you may want to tune into this and keep the fire lit. Thank you so much for who all are out there that support the Queen G and Queen G Live Experience. I appreciate y'all. Y'all telling me that y'all actually watching the shows. That's dope. Go also to my page and like my page, Queen G Live Experience, on all platforms. That is Instagram, Facebook, especially. That is where the podcast is. It's on Facebook. And I'm also on Twitter under Queen G Live Experience. So there's no way to miss me. I'm all over the place. Also, you can find my books, all 11 books, on Amazon under Shanta Gibson. So again, thank you guys for supporting. I appreciate you all. Let me welcome my next guest. This guy is amazing. He's dope. He's a producer, writer. He's a filmmaker. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love filmmakers because that's my lane. I was in the game in the as a casting director for many years, and I just always have gravitated toward film and loved actors, and I mean they just always have this amazing energy because everybody's just trying to make it. Everybody trying to get in there and get in where they fit in, right? And there's always a spot for everybody. I tell you, like it's not a competitive thing. Like there's always a place for you. So anyway, without any further ado, I want to welcome my special guest, Gregg Dacosta. Let me welcome him to the show. Good
Hey,
morning.
what's going on? Good morning.
How are you?
I'm not too bad, not too bad. How you doing?
I'm doing amazing. Like today been a good day. I got up and did my little exercise this morning,
Mm-hmm.
and I got some writing done because
That's
I'm trying to
fantastic.
finish my 12th book before the year's out. So
12.
I'm kind of
Okay.
like, yeah, intensely
Say it
writing.
louder for the people in the back that can hear you. Right.
Right. 12 books. I'm going for the 12 month 12 book
Mm,
gusto. it
nice.
doesn't quite average out like that, but because
Mm,
some were written like in one day,
mm-hmm.
some were written. It just all depends. But when you average it out, it still could be 12 books for a whole year. That's what I'm
Yeah.
trying to do.
It was dope. I like it. I like it.
So how are you this morning? How you feeling?
Feeling good. Um, just feeling rejuvenated. Every day I wake up, I gotta always have that energy, that peace, love, and positivity energy, and really got to go ahead and think about, how I want my day to begin, and always has to begin strong. So work out like you said before, like I had to work out earlier, and it's a real good feeling right now. I'm feeling real good.
That's good. I love your energy too. Like we were vibing and talking before this interview, and you got dope energy. I can,
Thank
I
you, thank
can.
you.
I'm one that feels people.
Right.
I know we're not. I don't know. I don't know. Are we supposed to be like that? Maybe it's my casting history.
No, it's that's what you're supposed to feel as a human being.
Okay,
You're
you're
supposed
supposed
to
to
go ahead
feel.
and flow the energies. That's how it works. So I dig that. I dig
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I'm definitely synced to energy. Like I think that
Mhm.
body language is everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
And as a casting director, I used to have to cast based on body language. Like they would come
Hmm.
in, I could tell if they were um, good at what they did based on confidence, and like I had to gauge it based on how they brought it.
Yeah, because some
So
of them can
that's how
come
I
in, they could be
selected my
really nervous.
cast.
Yeah,
Right,
and they could be like,
right.
oh, you know what I mean? And it's just like how that. Sometimes you already know how that performance is already gonna go, just from off
Hmm.
that vibe and that energy.
But see, I was cool because I used to talk them off the ledge. I used to talk them off
Mm,
of it. Be like,
yeah,
"Oh, you good? Don't worry. I know that's your nerves are probably all cutting up." So by the
yeah,
time we got done having like that little pre-chat, they were good and they were
yeah.
able to get that audition done and come, and they were shocked. Like, "Dang,
Mm.
okay, that was cool."
Nice, nice.
So and you just never know where your path is going to lead you. And I ended up
Mm.
being an interviewer. So it kind of went hand in hand, with
Yeah,
that job. How did you get into filmmaking?
filmmaking. I mean, as a when I was younger, I should say, um, one of my best friends, they actually suggested that I should go ahead and act. And once they did that, I started acting with him and his brothers, and we did like this little school project. And when we did this little school project, at that point, I was just like, "Oh, this is dope! Oh, this is real dope! I get to go ahead and act as whatever character I want to be." So at that moment in my head, I'm thinking like, "Okay, I'm gonna be like the young Denzel Washington," you know?
Everybody wants to be Denzel. Denzel
Exactly.
he's an iconic actor that just really, he
Yeah,
brought it.
yeah.
He brought it. How,
He's the
let me I know you describing how you got into the business, but how did he get an Oscar for Training Day versus Hurricane?
well, that's the thing. I feel like Training Day was just like was really crazy. Hurricane's a great movie too, but like Training Day, that for me, honestly, that goes down as like one of my all time favorites.
Okay.
You can't get a Denzel to just go ahead and just look at you, got the little beanie on, you know what I mean, and to just have that smooth feeling, that vibe to him. Like I don't know, there's something about Denzel when he gets into these gangster characters. Like you can
Hmm.
really see him, like in American Gangster, for example. He kills it in there. He killed it in there.
Right.
That's another
Right.
one of my
I
all
was
time
just
favorites.
wondering I don't know what Academy bases, Oscars on or whatever,
Mhm.
but was it the fact that he was just completely out of character, like did something completely different that caught the attention that got him that Oscar? You know what I
You,
mean?
you would think. I mean, I feel like just because it was different, at the time, how many films would you actually get to see? I mean, you can't say how many films because, of course, Spike Lee was doing it with so much of his. But like with Denzel, it was just like you get to see. I don't know. He was just different. I don't know. That's a very good question. That's a very good. I go off of like no one's gonna tell me different as far as Training Day. Training Day to me was just like one of my all time favorite
Top
Denzel
notch.
Washington movies. And like I've seen so many of his films. That man is like a legend. That he's a legend. He's a legend in general. But just like, yeah, Training Day for me. It's Training Day. I could
Because
watch that
I
movie.
thought Hurricane was
Yeah.
powerful. It had me crying. It was deep. It was just it took you there
What was
emotionally.
what was the film that was with the one I enjoyed this one too, which was the one his John Q. John Q.
Yeah.
That one was heavy. That one was heavy for me. And
Uh-huh.
I was just like, wow,
Being a
like
father and your child is sick. Yeah,
yeah,
that
yeah,
was good too.
yeah.
But he's done so many, like,
He's done so many. He's done so many. But that's why I go ahead and I'm so inspired by him. Um, another actor who I'm inspired from was Chadwick Boseman. Chadwick Boseman, rest in peace to him. Like he was a person who, like, honestly, he switched my mentality so much, so much. And this is like
hmm
pre Black Panther. You know what I mean? Like seeing like the movies like 42 and just all that. Like it's just with his character and his actual personality. It's like, how do you get so deep within there? Like, how do you dive into
mm.
that different formula? And there was one time I know he was on he had an interview. I think it was with Jimmy Kimmel, I think. And then they were talking about something, and he was like, Jimmy Kimmel asked him, he was just like, yeah, so why'd you go ahead and have like your shirt off? And then he said something to me which like resonated with the inside of my soul. He's like, man, you gotta go ahead and he's like, you gotta show it while you have it. And when he said that, at the time, I wasn't a person who would work out at all. Like I would just not be into it whatsoever. But as soon as he said that, I was like, you 100% right. But I took those words into so much more. I took that into like, okay, if you want to go ahead and do better, you got to be better, right? So you have to want to go ahead and do certain things to get to these different.
Keep talking, bro. I got a knock at the door. Keep talking.
Oh,
That's why I jumped up. Keep talking. Keep talking. Okay, I'm coming. That's crazy, right? Let me keep talking. Keep talking. I'll be right back. Okay.
Got you. But yeah, to everyone, I'll definitely say like Chadwick Boseman was definitely a person who was so inspiring to me, where I just looked at it as this man is doing his thing so much with inside of not only just the films, but outside of the films. And it's just a great overall, just like speaker and overall guy, man. And I would definitely tell anyone who hasn't, I don't know why you wouldn't, but I would definitely tell anyone who hasn't seen the films to go ahead and watch his films, because he's definitely dope. I'm still talking about Chadwick Boseman, by the way.
Oh, good. No. You look, I love the my interviews that understand that the show must go on.
Oh no, absolutely. No, 100%. I don't stop. I can continue talking about myself.
Right. Because I got this backdrop right here, but I'm at home. I'm at my home. Like it's, so there's certain things, and I got little children, so they can't like answer the door. You know what I mean? Right. I'm the adult on premises at the moment. Like I have to be the one.
Yeah. So. Only makes sense.
Thank you for that.
Of course.
But yeah, I did hear that he was, and I hadn't gotten into, I don't watch a lot of TV, so it's not because I didn't want to follow him as an actor, but they said that he was like a young legend. Like he really was before his time, and very iconic to be so young. And look at Kobe Bryant. Same thing.
Exactly. It's another icon. That's another icon. Where it's just like and that's the thing. If you really pay attention to it, like this is why I say 2020 is such a big, heavy year, because that was the beginning of 2020.
That was the start of it.
Then COVID happened. Then all this other stuff. We've lost so many people.
Political, George Floyd.
Yeah.
The protesting,
This was heavy. This was a heavy year. But and just like I said before to you when we were talking before this, like, 2020 is that year to go ahead and test you, to go ahead and see what your limits are emotionally, mentally, what you can go ahead and handle. And if you can get through this year, then you have to say to yourself, then I can get through any year.
Anything.
That's just pretty much just how it's going to go. I mean, for sure, the kids for the future are going to read about these moments.
Yeah.
But they're also going to.
If we live through it, we'll be able to actually tell them, exactly. Such and such happened in this time. And, this is what happened and what we experienced. They ran out of toilet paper almost. It was, supplies were limited. You had to stock up.
It's coming back again. Like,
again.
It's a whole repeat, so maybe even for the future, God forbid, if this is still continuing, but if it is, the kids probably going to be so used to this. They're going to be so used to constantly wearing a mask and all this other stuff, when, they'll probably look at videos with people not wearing masks, and they'll probably be like, why are they doing that? That looks wrong. Like, that's not real.
Yeah.
Right. So it's almost like.
Yeah, that was interesting. My kids actually went back to school. Really? They've been in school like 3 months, like physical school. And I love their system of social distancing within
Mm-hmm.
the campus and what the rules and laws they implemented to keep everyone safe. They don't
Yeah.
allow anybody on the campus.
Mm.
They do
Wow.
all of their transactions at the door.
Mm-hmm.
And then the way that they release the kids, they call them out of class one by one.
Mm.
So
So that
you're not
okay.
just you're not gathering at the on the sidewalk. You have to you come get released, and by the time you get called out of class, your parents should be right there, at curbside picking you up.
Mm. So
I love their
how do they get off
system.
the bus though? Like, is it literally like that
Mine
one by?
mine get picked up.
Just
Mine
get
get
picked up.
picked up.
Okay,
And my son is bused, but it's because he's in a special education program. So
got you.
he gets dropped off right at the door.
Mm.
You know what I
Wow.
mean? So it's again, they have to wear masks all day. Their desks are apart from each other.
Mm-hmm.
They have to study. They do their classes on their computers.
Mm-hmm.
So that keeps the interaction down with the teachers and them. There's not no touching, no. I just love the system that they get incorporated.
Yeah.
Because this city, I know this city of Arlington or whatever, I guess they realized that it was more beneficial for the kids to be in school than out
Mm-hmm.
because it was so many complaints, so much stress, so much. And this is one of those cities where everybody works.
Yeah.
They work their jobs and they still are essential and they're still going out for
Mm.
work and stuff like that. So a lot of kids were left at home alone. It was just crazy.
Jeez.
It was a lot of parents fussing and going
Yeah.
off because
I can only
so it.
imagine because of course this is new for everybody, and
Oh yeah.
when something new happens, it's just like it's just like when you're performing in like let's say like gym or
Hmm.
something, right? And that person is the first person who has to perform, right? And it's just like, all
Right.
right, you got to go ahead and perform, and then everyone else is going to follow after you. So now you get pressured because you're the first round, you're the first person to go out there. So it's just
That's true.
it's this is just how life is right now. It's just this is that first thing that's happening to us, so we don't really know how to really respond to certain things. Some people know how to
Yeah.
respond to it better than others, but this is unfortunately this is what we're at right now. I would only think that people are going to start adjusting to this and understanding like what people have been saying, like this is literally like the new norm, until we
Yes.
can go ahead and actually find an actual cure, um, where we can start living back to how we were just a year ago. Then
No, no.
um, hopefully that
And then
happens.
the whatchamacallit that they're coming up with, there's no guarantees even on that.
Yeah.
What you call that? Shoot, I'm drawing a
So what
blank.
the not the
Vaccine.
medicine vaccine? Yeah, yeah.
The vaccine, yeah, that
Hmm.
they're talking about coming up with, there's not even guarantees on that. They don't.
Hmm.
It's still going to be again a testing thing. It's going to
Yeah.
be tested.
Jeez.
So it's like you said, it's interesting, and really seriously, when something is new implemented for the first time, there are
Hmm.
tests and trials. There are things that you have to, test first and see how it works and see if it's going to be efficient or effective or whatever. And
Right.
um, it's stressful,
Hmm. Absolutely.
when I first had to go into a store and be distanced from people, I was like, this is
Hmm.
crazy. You know what I mean? Wearing the mask inside of everywhere, that was crazy to me. And it
Yeah.
bothered me
Hmm.
because I felt like for the first time in my life, in all the years I've been on the earth, I'm 46.
Hmm.
Dang, I've never been restricted from anything in my
Yeah.
life.
So now this is like different. This is so different.
I felt chained up almost in the beginning.
Hmm.
Like I did. I felt like for real, like we're free, but we're bound.
Exactly. Yeah.
How does that work? You
Hmm.
know?
Kind of doesn't. It kind of doesn't.
Right.
It
So
makes you feel like, damn, okay, damn, this isn't. Are we going back to slavery just a little bit
yeah,
differently?
that's how I felt. It was a reverse slavery. I went
Yeah.
live about that a couple of times and talked about you know, the
Mm,
feeling of that, what it felt like.
yeah.
And I definitely pulled my hair out when the kids had to be home for months. I'm not
Mm.
a good educator.
Hey, it happens. Listen.
Right. I mean, I teach them how to, you know, be entrepreneurs, but I'm talking
Right.
about teaching.
Hmm.
It just,
No.
it didn't. I was every day
Yeah.
waking up in the uproar. It was just hard. It was
Yeah.
difficult. And you got four babies at home with different personalities and on different levels. And
Mm.
then again with the new systems that were put in place on their computers, and how we had to learn as parents how to teach them how
Hmm.
to tap into their own systems and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Half the parents didn't even know how to tap into the system. What is this? Yeah,
Well, see,
what is this?
that's what it comes down to. Now it's just like, dang, now we got to learn too.
Right,
It's for the kids.
right. We're having such a good time talking, but I do want to get into you.
Yes.
I want to talk about something that's interesting. You
Hmm.
have submitted some of your projects into film festivals. Give
Yes.
us some of the names of the projects that you submitted. And I want to talk about what is that submission process like? Like what are the steps you take
Mhm.
to submit a film into a film festival? And give us kind of like some of the inside track on
Yeah. So, I mean, as far as going to the films that I've selected into film festivals, I mean, we can go all the way back down to Uh, we can go to Money Trees, Mama's Boy, Lester Green's inside there. Shout out to him. Control, which he's also into as well. And then I go into The Last Sound, which was my mini series that I made, and Therapy is one of the recent series that I'm also working on currently right now. And I want to say about all of them, if they
that. Hmm.
if they didn't get an award, then at least they got on TV. So
Oh,
it's one or the other.
awesome.
Yeah. So
Wow.
yeah, that's the that's pretty much the blessing, I would say, with any project that I've worked on. There was always something big that happened with them. Um.
Yeah, that's
So
awesome. That's amazing.
yeah, appreciate that. As far as the process goes, as far as submitting, I would tell everyone to go on to filmfreeway.com. Once you go on that website, you will be able to see multiple film festivals from Sundance to Tribeca, um, to ABFF. You see all those things right on that website. And some film festivals, and there's like thousands of film festivals out there, right? So you can't go ahead and feel scared to submit your projects into these things because they accept so much things. If you don't have the actual film done, of course, because of COVID, then test your luck out with just submitting only the screenplays, because you could submit the screenplay alone and then after that see what happens from there. There's a lot of good ones for up and coming filmmakers that you will see on
Hmm.
there, and that will definitely, I will say, that will definitely help encourage and make the filmmakers want to do more, because there are other emerging filmmakers inside of those categories too. And hey,
So it's kind of like a networking site for filmmakers, and
yes.
everybody's in there. And then you got people that are scouting projects too, like the
Well,
networks and stuff. Tell me
so
about that.
film freeway is only for submitting, and of course then you can network with the people. You can network with the founders of the film festivals. They usually have their email addresses on there. Send them something because you could get a free waiver. A lot of times, yes, you do have to pay submission fees. These submission fees can go anywhere, $5 uh to, she's like $100, depending on when you're sending it. They all have time limits. Some of them have
And I've
early.
heard them even higher than that sometimes. Some of the
Yeah,
bigger
they can get
festivals
up there,
cost like
$300. Exactly. Yeah.
$300 to $500.
So you have to really pay attention to the time frames too, because the time frames are very important. from the early submissions to early bird submissions or early whatever you want to call it, all the way down to the final deadlines. As the final deadlines get there, of course they're going to start charging more because they already got so much films within the beginning. So now that they have to look at even more, I would understand because that's just time and money. You know what I mean? So that's where it comes down to for that. Now, as far as the pitching goes, pitching, you would want to use something like Stage 32. Now,
Mm-hmm.
Stage 32 is literally stage and the number 32.com. You go on there, all filmmakers can make a free profile on there. Really dope because you can meet so many people from HBO execs, Netflix,
Mm.
NBC Universal, anyone is on there. And what you do is you submit a one sheet pitch deck on there. And then once you submit that on there, you can go ahead and as long as it's formulated the correct way, once
Uh-huh.
once you do that, you submit it to these people, they're gonna look at it and chances are they have to score it. They give you like they'll give you some notes whether they want to keep it or they want to pass on it. And if they want to keep it, then they're going to go ahead and talk to you about it. And then from there, it's
Mm-hmm.
pretty much on you, whether you're going to go ahead and do good speaking to them or whether you're not. But no matter what, you take that L as not a loss, but as a lesson. You know what I mean? And you learn
Yes.
for when you get to
I
your
like
next
that.
submission. Yeah. I mean, I've always gone by that for just years, and I don't ever take anything as a loss. It's everything I do is just as a lesson. And I learned so much from them too. So I love sometimes it's weird to say this. It's very weird, but I love losing sometimes because it makes me so much more stronger on how many ways I could win next time, you know?
Yeah, that's
So
true. You learn a lot from that
yeah.
process.
Yeah.
I know the what you call it. I know who owns the Las Vegas Film Festival.
Mm. Which one? I know there's
Michelle Boykin.
Michelle
She's the
Boykin.
Las Vegas Black Film Festival. LVBFF.
LVB. Okay, so that's okay. I guess that's a different version of ABFF, just over in Las Vegas, though.
Yeah, LVBFF. Is she
Gotcha.
she her name is Michelle Boykin. I
Mm-hmm.
would like to put you guys in a group chat because they're already taking submissions for 2021's
Mm.
Las Vegas Black Film Festival.
Yeah, definitely. I'm with it.
And
I'm so with it.
she this year she normally does them around February, March or something, top of the year. But this year, due to COVID, she pushed it back to like April or May or something like that. And they had to do
Mm-hmm.
a special social distance ceremony. But they're showing films all day during that
Yeah.
festival. I love it. I was
Nice.
I was in one of her films.
Mm-hmm.
I was in one of her movies, and it's on my IMDb page called "Is
Nice.
That Man Your Husband or Is He Mine?" And it was a play version and a movie version.
Uh-huh.
So I know her personally. I would like to put you in contact with her, and it sounds like your films are pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
So
I mean, I'm not going to toot my own horn, but but I do. I appreciate that. No, but I do put a lot of energy into them. Even my projects that I have uh, done with like just collab people and business workers and business partners, I should say. Like, I've always make sure I always put 100% in them, and anything that I do, I want the best to happen to it because why not? You know what I mean? Why would you want anything that you work on to fail? It has your energy inside
right.
of it. I give it 100%. So yeah, I've always
And
wanted.
you're what city are you in right now
I'm in New
currently?
York. New York. I'm in
Oh,
Long
ooh.
Island. Yeah. So that's me.
That's dope. Like she yeah, she would love that. I'm gonna put you in a group chat conversation
Hmm.
with her and get the ball rolling and just see if y'all can get some dialogue started. Cause
That'd be cool.
she's accepting submissions right now already
Mm, nice.
for 2020 21. You know what I mean? For next
Hmm.
year's LV. And can you imagine being in Las Vegas next year for the festival? That'd be
That'd
dope,
be
right?
cool. Let's get this COVID out the way. Let's get this COVID out the way. I'm
Yeah,
there.
right. Yep. So I definitely will do that. I'll introduce when you have resources. You need to sometimes implement that. Give
Hmm.
people a connect that they never would have had. It wasn't
Right.
your connection in the first place. People
Exactly.
be so funky about that sometimes. I'm like,
Hmm.
what are you acting up for? You didn't know her before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Don't make no sense.
How you gonna
Makes
be
no
selfish with your, you know what I mean?
sense.
And I get it because so many people they jump in your downline and stuff, and they manipulate and try to, you
Mm,
know, do crazy stuff. So you don't know who to trust sometimes, but sometimes you just gotta go with your gut and your heart
yeah.
and follow that. And most
Hmm.
times when you go with your heart, it's right.
Yep.
It's always on point. It's the right thing to do or whatever. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I'm happy. I'm content with me and my God and what He
Hmm.
tells me to do.
Yeah.
And I lay down at night peacefully every night because
That's
I
it.
know that I have put my all into that day, that I can put in. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
Yeah.
And it's a pretty
100%.
great feeling.
That's the best feeling.
Exactly. Where can we find you on social media, Greg?
Social media on Instagram. It is at ZEROJIN. That's zero gin. Facebook, just look up Gregg Dacosta, GREGG, DACOSTA. Twitter's the same thing. I don't really. I'm on Twitter, but I'm not like on there religiously like everyone. And I mean, even for all those other social media, I don't think I haven't posted anything like within a couple months. But I'm going to. I'm going to. You gotta sometimes take that little break and
Right. Come
really
back and
focus.
hit it again.
Yeah, you got to focus on your mental, and that's pretty much where I've been at. I've been focusing on my mental and just trying to get to uh just a better mentality to handle certain stuff because I had a lot of stuff that was in my life that was going on, but of course I switch all that energy into positive energy, um,
Right.
and but I mean yeah, this year's been big, but also
I
got my
would love
website.
for you to think about possibly taking my media course.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm here. I'm
I
here.
got some uh I got some inside tips that will take you to the next level
I'm with it. I'm
and
with it.
put you on a different playing field.
Okay. Okay. Listen, as long as I'm going higher, then I shall go ahead and be there to give my fire. You
Right? There you go. There you go. I love it. I love it.
know?
What
But I also do have
oh, go ahead.
the website too. So you can go ahead and find me
Mhm.
at GreggDacostaStudios.com. Same thing for first and last name and studios.com. So I do got that. Got
Okay.
you. Yeah.
Amazing, amazing.
Yeah.
We have about 32 days left in the month, 32 or something like that. What's on your mind for this next 30 something days?
Hmm. Well, I would love to finish writing out one of my new series that I'm working on currently. I just want to write. I just want to write all the episodes for that. Finish that. Right now, I'm currently on episode 4, and then as soon as I get to episode 10, that's a wrap for that. Uh, I definitely want to do that. I got a few other stuff that I've got going on as far as. I mean, this is different, but not really, kind of. But I got some clothing things that's going to be coming on, where I'm just trying to go ahead and I have a message for that, but I'm not going to talk. I don't want to talk about that message too
No,
much.
you can't. Yeah, yeah. You don't have to give all the
Yeah,
pie here. You don't have to give it all up.
yeah, but I do got these clothings that is more uplifting than anything. It's not for me just to go ahead and sell clothing, just to go ahead and say, all right, cool, you got it. No, everything that I do when it comes down to my film, to the screenplays that I write, everything, it always has a message to it, and it's always something that is to help people. Even if you watch my films, they get a little dark sometimes. Some of them can get a little dark, but they still have a message at the end. And if you could take away that message at the end, that's the biggest thing, you know. So that's what I'm going to be doing with these clothing, and hopefully that should be out January. I can't tell you when, but it could possibly be out January. That's my birthday, January 9th. That's when I'm turning the big 30. So yeah.
Ooh, yeah, turn up. Ooh, that's a blessing. Yeah, because a
Yeah,
lot of I'm just happy that you're breathing and living, and you still have the option to get up and put one foot in front of the other and make something happen. You know,
definitely.
It's a blessing. We gotta take that into consideration that we're blessed to be breathing at
Yes,
this point,
100%.
you know? So yeah. So I
Mhm.
got some stuff I wanna put in motion for you.
Okay, I
And
like that.
when you can join my Queen G Live Experience page,
Mm-hmm.
and in
You know I'm
between
there.
your writing,
Mm-hmm.
catch up on some of my shows. I got an interview with Brian McKnight Jr. on there.
Nice.
Hattie Mae from the Tyler Perry plays.
Uh-huh.
It's a couple of interviews, you know.
All right, nice. I like that.
Yeah, yeah. So it's everybody I interview. They so dope. Like everybody's
Yeah,
dope.
it's that energy. I'm
Y'all are
telling you,
so cool.
you bring out that energy to make us go ahead and feel welcomed onto the show. So that's honestly that's really dope, you know. So I appreciate you for having me
Wow.
on here. Very, very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's a blessing.
Definitely. I'm gonna send this show over to you right away. It's on
Cool.
YouTube. So
Nice.
God bless you. And I pray that everything you touch is blessed
Thank you. You as well. Appreciate it.
creatively. You know
Thank
what I
you.
mean? And that God will continue to crown you with wisdom, and
Mm,
just take things to the next level. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
I appreciate that. Those are
So
powerful words.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
I want to share that with you. God bless you. I will talk to you next time. I'll talk to you in the inbox because I got some stuff to
got
connect.
you.
Okay.
All right.
All right, boss. Talk to you later. Have a good
Later.
day.
You too.
Bye. All right. So that was Greg. Dope people, man. Thank you, Lester, for connecting me with so many awesome people. I really appreciate you. People from all over the world so far have connected just in one person. You're the connector, bro. You're the connector. Anyway, you guys, I'm gonna get off of here. I got some personal stuff some errands to run, and got to get to the kids. So have a good day, you guys. Keep watching the Queensy Live Experience. You never know who's gonna be on here, and whoa, so many amazing humans that are definitely essential that put that energy into the world every single day. So we're bringing them to you. Don't miss none of these shows, okay? All right, talk to you later. Have a good day. This your girl Queensy of Queensy Live Experience. I'm checking out, y'all. Have a good one. Bye.